Was your first and only chance to get right. Instead of lying through your teeth, baby, your eyes tell 1,000 words that you're trying to hide. And now they're crying over me. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave, leave, leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me, nah, nah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. So tired of you calling me up, trying to change my mind. When it's you that blurred the lines, yeah. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave, leave, leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me, nah, nah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good, I'm good. Yeah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good, I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. Cause if you really love me, you wouldn't double cross me, nah, nah. I don't want your love again. No, I'm good, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want your love. I'm good, I'm good. I've been waiting for days, losing my sanity, lying wide awake, yeah, running on no energy. I'm seeing double vision, need some adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only a touch and take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you, feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug, spinning without you, hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you, so high. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. I'm imagining your skin pressing up against my heart. Hear you whispering, yeah, looking like a work of art. I'm seeing double vision, need some adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only a touch and take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you, feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug, spinning without you, hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you, so high. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. It's like I'm flying above, floating up in the clouds, whoa, like a rocket of love, lighting up in the sky, whoa. It's like I'm flying above, floating up in the clouds, whoa, like a rocket of love, hey, whoa. You got my mind tripping without you, feeling my heart race over time, and it hit like a drug, spinning without you, hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad
people do it because I just can't.
Hey, what you say, what you say? If I said I love you, babe, oh, would you go, would you run away? Oh, would it change how you feel? Would it make it all surreal? Oh, would you go, could I make you stay? And I don't wanna freak you out, but it's all I can think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Hey, you're displayed in a frame at the center of my brain, reaching to each of the corners, babe. Blush if it's more than a crush. Have I made this all too much? Oh no, that you go, could I make you stay? And I don't wanna freak you out, but you're all that I think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Don't waste a sundown alone. We'll chase the night around the globe. Don't waste a sundown alone. We'll chase the night around the globe. And I don't wanna freak you out, but it's all I can think about. I swear down, nothing feels so good as when we're staying out. Sweet talk in the morning into turning round, so we never have to call it a day. Nothing feels so good. Nothing ever feels so good. Nothing feels so good. Last night was your first and only chance to get right. Instead of lying through your teeth, baby, your eyes tell 1,000 words that you're trying to hide. And now they're crying over me. You did me wrong. Now suddenly I'm everything you need, and I'm moving on. You're begging me to stay when I'ma leave. I gave all my heart to you for nothing. Yeah, we could have been something, but I don't want your love again. No, I'm good. I'm good. If you think I'm over it, then you should. 'Cause if you
Hello
really love
and
me,
welcome back
you
to
wouldn't double cross
the
me.
game for
Nah,
our
nah.
final round
I don't
of
want your
Welsh
love again. No, I'm good. I'm
We
good.
are about
So
to
tired.
decide who
Have
is
you
going
calling
to
me
be
up
the
trying to
second
change
and
my
third
mind?
place winners of this
When it's
split.
you that blurred the
So,
lines,
during
yeah.
the
You
break,
did me
we
wrong.
did,
Now suddenly
figure
I'm
out a
everything
couple of
you
things
need, and
from
I'm
this
moving
one.
on.
Will be our
You're
first
begging me
place,
to stay when
winners
I'ma
this
leave.
tournament, which is very exciting.
I gave
They'll
all
be
my
worth
heart to you
£110.
for nothing.
Lots of money
Yeah,
for
we could have been
swans there.
something, but
And we will
I
be
don't
seeing
want your love again. No, I'm
we will be
good.
seeing
I'm
the
good.
ponies
If
going
you
away
think
for
I'm
the
over it,
Dragons
then
in
you
fifth,
should.
taking
You
home 90
should.
and
'Cause if you really
£30.
love me,
Not too shabby
you wouldn't double cross
for a
me.
couple of
Nah,
people
nah.
playing DOTA.
I don't want your love again. No, I'm
Well,
good.
we are now
I'm
about to
good.
figure out who is going to come second and third out of the robins and the goats. So quite
the difference in price? What's the difference in prize pool then for second and third? We haven't covered that one yet.
So second takes home £150. So a lot of money. Whilst third goes away with £50 as well.
Yeah.
Still some paper, still some coin.
Still a little bit of money. Still a bit of cash. Not too
I
bad.
don't want your love again, no, I'm
So I'm hoping to see a closer game than the last one. That's pretty cool. Because I feel that this series in terms of the mixture of the skill levels we have, this one I feel is a lot closer. Whereas the players on the Swans, like 3 out of the 5 of them are in like top 1k immortal, which
Yeah.
you know, for Western Europe, that's terrifying. Being at that
That's
level.
pretty difficult as well. You know, that's
Yeah.
not an easy feat by any measure. So a little bit scary. Oh, well, a lot bit scary. Truly terrifying to somebody like me at
losing my
least.
sanity.
So I
am wide
can see
awake,
why
yeah.
that could have been a
Running
little
on no
bit
energy.
difficult for
I'm seeing
some of
double
our
vision, need some
competitors.
adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only addiction take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time. And a head like a drug spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you. Tripping without you. So high, I got rainbow eyes.
Really, just
Eyes,
again, I
eyes. I got rainbow eyes.
Yeah, we've already
I'm a legend in your skin.
out. I want to see something.
Pressing up against my heart.
Yeah, the
Hear you
Robins have already
whispering.
got rid of
Yeah.
that Wind Ranger. Just don't want to deal with that again after their last game. And the Goats have decided that they don't particularly want to deal with the Timbersaw. So again, banning some of the early Universal troublemakers.
Do love to see some Universal heroes taken out of the pool, don't we?
Yeah, all 4 of them Universal to start with, and straight first pick Morphling.
That's some guts.
Oh, they're feeling themselves on this one.
I'm never sure how I feel about a first pick Morphling.
Oh, I wonder if this is the legendary Fleur Magurba Calder. Fleur playing on the Ancient Apparition. I know this is a hero that she really likes. It is typically seen more as a 5 than a 4. So it's probably Q's hero. But I do like me a Fleur AA.
I think
A Fleur
it
McCrippy.
is, but it's not an innately bad 4. You know, you do still have a little bit of opportunity to move around and make these rotations,
Oh.
which you really want from a 4 at least.
Well, in the meantime, the Goats picked up the best pos 5 in the game with this Undying. This Undying just provides so much sustain, so much harass with the decay. It's just an absolute nightmare to lane against at the moment. Last week we saw the Robins picking up Legion Commander for Spark. So that is probably where we're going to see the Legion. I feel like this is probably our Pulse 5 and Pulse 3 early on, whereas the Goats seemingly just have their Pulse 1 and Pulse 5 sorted out. So this is one lane that's already kind of quite clearly decided. They are whizzing through this draft. They're really
This is speed run draft time.
So interesting that they've banned Dazzle, because again, this is a insight of the sort of my games with Fleur. Is she's gone from thinking that Dazzle is now a dead hero and being absolutely useless to we had a couple of games where we lost a lot against Dazzle. So I think that there's maybe an understanding that the way that it's played now is quite different, because you don't get to refresh the cooldowns very often without losing a lot of health, but I think the poison touch was buffed recently, and it just feels like you can't get away from it. It's an absolute nightmare at the moment. So just wanted to take it out of there. The goats, in the meantime, have decided they do not want to deal with Anti-Magoo or Bat Rider.
Both
So
valid decisions, really.
considering for against the Morphlin, yeah, it'll struggle without mana, and there's the lockdown. Lena, okay.
Jeez,
So
what is this? 7.29?
So Lena being picked is Lena can be flexed. This could potentially be Fleur's hero on the Lena. So I know she does like playing it, but it also could be we could be getting a bit of a throwback core here. So there's some flexibility, but I have been seeing more support Lena recently. Oh no! Oh no! Kit.
Pulling out the Tinker, I see.
Oh,
And not even the last pick.
Oh, I can't be objective anymore because they're playing Tinker, and Tinker's a hero I don't want in this game anymore. Please.
I'm going to be
this is where
extremely controversial and say that I actually don't mind playing with a Tinker. Hate playing against one. Don't get me wrong. Tinker in my games, not that happy. Tinker on my team?
I have said some pretty incendiary things about Tinker pickers in the past. I won't say them here because, you know, a modicum of professionality, but I stand by them. So the goats in the meantime now, it looks like the thing that they need, they all they're missing now is their mid. I mean, they could go Neb Morphling maybe, but I don't think it's likely. Whereas it's quite likely that the Robins now need their pos 1. The last ban of the Winter Wyvern. Interesting. I mean, Wyvern has been getting played a lot more as a core recently. You know, a couple of completed bracers, and suddenly a Winter Wyvern has something like 80, 90 odd damage at like level 3. It's absurd. I'm really not sure what the goats want here, and they want something that's not too bothered by the Tinker, and I'm not really sure what that would be. What would I not mind playing? What would I not mind playing as against a Tinker?
That's a really good question.
I mean, they could maybe go. We've already got a lot of matches. They could go. Oh.
I mean, that is a
this?
choice, but
Where is this brood going? Is this mid-tide hunter? I think it might be mid-tide hunter. It could be mid-tide hunter because of Kraken Shell. Takes enough damage, and the Kraken Shell will nullify the blind. So it could be mid-tide hunter offlane brood. I don't know.
So I did think when there was a Winter Wyvern ban coming out, I was trying to think, is there an illusion carry here that would finish this draft off nicely? And yeah, Naga would be one of those, and it's a mid brood mother. I know you've just had your entire moment fantasizing about mid tide, but
could have gone either way. I'm not. I guess. Okay, yeah, the laser will damage in an AoE. Just keep the spoders away. I don't think laser when it's maxed out. I don't think they kill the spiders. So that could be a way, and the amount of hits they'll be able to get in could probably mitigate the defense matrix. Maybe. I mean, it's a matchup I've never seen, and again, I'm sub 3K garbage, so you know who cares what I have to say, right?
True.
Wow.
You know,
some friend you are. So again, the goats just all looking at are they all going together, or is it just the three of them?
Well,
Morphling's not decided. They're not sure what else they want.
yeah, you've gotta take a little moment, you know. Have
Wow.
fun. No. What is this?
Yeah, no, I love it. I love the just yeah. There's some history here. Some of these players have played together in the past, so there's obviously well-spirited ribbing going on here, and this is what I want to see. I want to
I
see.
love it. I love it when somebody tells you good luck, have fun, and you say no. I'm also a big fan of saying no you.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of bad sportsmanship, a tiny bit of bad sportsmanship because Rubik said, "Have fun." They didn't wish them good luck.
True. True.
Disgraceful behavior.
Uh,
Why wouldn't you wish your opponents that you want to beat good luck? SMH.
God. It's almost like they
I
want to
know.
win or something.
I know, right? Imagine.
Speaking of wanting to win,
Nerd.
this leader is going on a nice little mission here. Just sneaking up in the middle of 3 enemy heroes and nicking that bounty rune from underneath their noses. That was very funny. Good job, leader.
Yeah. Yeah, so most of the bounties go in the way there of the goats there. So this time I was right in that Fleur is the one playing AA, but they're going as a 5 now.
Makes sense. I mean, this is one of Fleur's most played heroes, right?
Yeah. The Broodmother went to lane with insatiable hunger, and honestly, I don't hate it. I think that having a bit of additional like bonus damage for make first few last hits a bit easier, and try and maybe life steal and recover a bit from some of the nuke damage from the laser. It's not the worst idea in the world. But
Especially
look at this.
the extra damage. You are gonna struggle a little bit
Yeah.
against this Tinker, so
Meanwhile, up top we've got Lena and the Legion Commander against, as we said, as we predicted, the Morphling and the Undying. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a trade fest, but I kind of feel that I kind of almost feel like it's going to be a gentleman's agreement lane. Honestly, I think that they'll both do fine for last hits and won't really be able to stop one another early doors. But in the meantime, Kit, look at this disgusting thing. Go and look at the Tinker and look what that badge is next to his hero's
ooh,
name.
that's a Grandmaster, isn't it?
Filthy.
Ooh.
Honestly, who could bring?
Speaking of the mid lane, this is the worst brood skin that exists, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Although up top
Oh,
we
why
are
would I?
seeing this
It's
Lena
awful.
getting gone on by the Undying here. Could he get last hit by a blood grenade? Nice first blood there. We'll lose his life for it, but honestly, I respect that. I love a blood grenade last hit. I don't know why, but it's just extremely satisfying.
It's not as satisfying as a last hit from Yule's landing, like when they land on the ground from Yule's,
Also good.
or from Dust. Dust
Oh,
is as satisfying.
No, I'll
last
give you
hit.
that one. Dust is better than a blood grenade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the blood grenade last hit though. It's very satisfying. They
Yeah,
did
it's
manage to
nice,
kill the
isn't it?
AA in that time, but I feel like it was far more important for us to talk about blood grenades and last hitting with them, so we'll let it slide.
So we mid lane the Tinker ever so slightly ahead, 13-4 against the 12-0. So the was kind of expecting the Tinker to kind of pull away here a bit because of the blind ability of the laser. But of course, Love just has a different demon to contend with, and that's knowing that he's playing Tinker
True.
and that his soul is forfeit.
Getting a lot of damage being
Oh,
exchanged
Lord.
here in this mid lane. Gonna get the insatiable hunger out. Did pop the fairy fire, which meant Neb had to turn back around after he'd already decided to head back to the safety of his tower. But gonna be able to pick up that kill there. Should help even this lane out for him.
Yeah, now managing to pull away in terms of them in terms of that CS.
It's been
Managing
quite
to-
a back and forth lane here between the two of them, so I'm not surprised to see that there's even more, a little bit of movement between the two.
Yeah.
Just gonna be chilling under the tower for a bit. I think this is a nice position to be in as a broodmother, really. You want this little bit of freedom.
Well, as
Not
it
that
stands,
it's
this
an
is.
easy lane anyway, but
I mean, this is going better. This is going better for the Robins than the last game did because it's still within 1k net worth. Whereas by this point, in the previous game, Money for Swans had actually already pulled away to. I think they were like 1.5, maybe 2k by this point. So they are doing better this lane. They are doing better in this laning phase.
a lot of damage coming out in this bot lane here, but I think there's going to be another kill in the mid lane. This broodmother just diving the Tinker under tower here. Going to pop the web to just be able to move through this tower as he's trying to kite her out around it, but be able to pick up the kill anyway.
Yeah, the health regen from the spin webs, the life steal from insatiable hunger. Okay, yeah, you get nuked. All right, you just wait for the blind to end, and then you just start, getting them last hits. And already,
Fleur
we
might
are
be in
starting to
trouble
see-
down bot. Gets lifted up and just taken out very quickly there by the Tidehunter.
Yeah, nice pick off there on the.
Tinker's dead again. At the moment I see him start to get low, it's already too late. And they get just nuked down by this broodmother. Not a good position to be in as a Tinker at this point.
Yeah, you dying like twice in the lane is already kind of a bit of a death sentence for Tinker, but dying 3 times, and now this broodmother is able to. Now they've got some of the spoders up. They're just going to be able to just melt this tower down, and just is going to really make it really hard for the Tinker to be able to.
And
really
most importantly,
impact.
this is a Tinker with a bottle and a quelling blade who doesn't have TP off cooldown. He's only level 5.
Swallow sadness.
This is real sadness at this stage. And in that time since he's respawned, he has done absolutely nothing because he's walked one lane and then decided to walk the other. And broodmother has taken a tower. And I don't think there's going to be any letting up from that either. Meanwhile, down bot, we're going to see this Rubik get gone on here. Might be able to pick up this return kill on the AA. Just going to try and keep chasing Fleur down on the Tidehunter. Does have a Lotus, so I think he's a little bit too fast for you there, that little AA. So not going to be able to get the kill.
Yeah, he wasn't quite in the range where the where he'd be able to get the kill on her with the anchor smash.
AA is much faster than you would expect him to be. I always fall foul of that whenever I'm playing against an AA. I think he's going to be a lot slower.
Because he floats.
Yeah, I
not
never
having
respect
to
the
worry.
float. I never respect the float. Down bot again. The AA has appeared. Gonna be able to back off and get back under tower. So might be able to get the turn onto this Tidehunter. Nugget getting quite a bit of damage coming through from this Rubik, but got illusions out, so she's doing quite a bit of damage herself as well.
Oh no! Oh no! So the bait out of the overwhelming odds there from the Legion commander by sending X amount of the spoders out and then sending the rest of them afterwards. It's,
Oof.
I mean, Fleur was able to get a kill there on the Rubik there. It looks like the Lina and the AA linked up to get that then.
Tinker's just had his TP cancelled up top. Not going to be able to get in a place to get back home, but it's a difficult time for this Tinker here. I don't really know what you do to stabilize your game at this point. You're still about $1,000 away from Blink Dagger.
Yeah, this Brood's gonna end up taking over this game. There's not I'm not really sure what options they're gonna have here because they've already taken the tower, so Broodmother's just gonna
Oh,
Broodmother's placed all
Ravage
the
coming
ward.
out bot, trying to get onto these two heroes here. Let's see if they can get a turn onto this Tide Hunter. Taking a lot of damage from this Naga, so be able to get it and also get the
Nice.
jewel off on the Rubik. Very nicely done there. Nice turnaround and force the Ravage as well.
Okay, so if they can get Naga into this game a bit, the Legion's got the overwhelming odds, so the
Flair's found herself another spider. Gonna get instantly taken down. Absolutely no remorse there from Neb. Cannot be out wandering these woods on your own.
Yeah, this is a game where they have a spider problem. They have a serious spider problem. I feel like I'm not sure what build you go on the Naga. I mean, is this the rare game where you can maybe consider the Radiance? I'm not sure I like it, but it might be the play here. The problem is that you also want the Diff Blade for the to be able to take the mana away from the Tide and to a certain extent the Morphling. So there's too many things that I think that this Naga's going to need. But meanwhile, if we look top, yeah.
This is a difficult time to be existing as a Robin here, isn't it? This Lina is probably going to get chased down here. Spider just racing after, and yeah, we'll be able to take it out. Lots of spiderlings will get taken off by this LC, so not the worst time to be coming in. Still has quite a stash though, so can still take a
they
little
might be able
bit
to get Jewel here on the Undying, maybe?
After this Undying, Jewel comes out, is under the tower. That's very helpful.
Okay.
Pick up a little bit more damage. Where's that take us to now? 20. Okay, not the worst. We can work with 20.
Legion almost has the blade mail, so I imagine maybe if she can get the blade, if she can catch the Broodmother with the blade mail on, especially if the Broodmother has the actually the lifesteal outweighs the bonus damage from the insatiable hunger, so probably won't help that much. But yeah, this Legion needs to. They've got their blade mail, so they just need to try and get their blink as soon as possible. And I think they need to start maybe trying to see if they can catch the Morphling out while he's Agimorph.
Okay, you know what the Broodmother is building? That's a harpoon in the stash.
Oh, that's disgusting. I mean, I have seen this build a few times now, and yeah, it's gross.
As if it wasn't terrifying enough having a spider chase you down, now the spider pulls you towards her and chases you down.
Cosplaying Scorpion more than a spider.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge oof when that's online, and it won't be that long from now either.
Illusion Rune there on the Morphling, just to make it easier for him to farm and finish getting the... Looks like he's going for a Lincoln, so already thinking about the same thing I was thinking about with the Legion and just trying to nullify that immediately.
Yeah, it's not a bad first item.
There we go. There's me thinking like a 6k, thinking like a 6 or 7k.
I knew you could do it.
Odd moment of competence. Can't wait to never happen again.
They have spotted this Rubik here, but I don't know if they know that Neb's there. Fleur! Oh, nice stun coming out from the Lina. We'll be able to take all the spiderlings down with the help of the Tinker there. Does look like Neb's just going to be able to race off into the high ground. Going to get a TP out. Legion chasing after for this duel here. Going to get it onto the Rubik. Ravage coming through. Undying's got a lot of his spells off as well, so going to be able to get the kill onto the Lina. And I think also clean up the EAA here. Killed off the tombstone, so it makes it a little bit easier to back out. And nice arrival from the Tinker there. Going to be able to get the Tide, but the Undying will just be able to TP out. And that does remind me, they don't have a huge amount of stuns on this team.
Yeah, this is so the Tinker has managed to get the blink. So
Which is good.
once Tinker once Tinker gets to level 12, that's when this I think it was Kiyotaka, the player for Nine Pandas, who's a notoriously good Tinker, who basically said that Tinker before level 12 is absolute garbage. Oh no, I think it was BZM. It was BZM on OG who said that Tinker before level 12 is utter garbage. Tinker past level 12 is disgusting. Because that keen conveyance becomes a free bots one,
Yeah.
and the rearm time goes down by like a second, and suddenly you're able to just jump everywhere and get all your nukes out. And by that point, you'll also have a value point in defense matrix, which I think will make a bit of difference against the Spoder here.
Yeah,
He
I
does now
think
have
that
the
will help.
harpoon, and
That
that's
will
scary.
help.
It's a 5-level gulf between them. Get
Yeah, it's
big.
this is rough. This Tinker is in the literal bin right now. Like,
Well, not quite. I mean, they have managed to, both by the virtue of having the blink. Okay, yeah, they're still 2k behind the Tidehunter in terms of net worth, but they have stemmed the bleeding a little bit. Like a moment ago, the net worth difference is like
the
5K.
harpoon comes out onto the LC, and there is no saving that. Gonna get a nice AA ult off, and not really got any follow-up. Nice stun coming through from the Lena there will help stem some of these spiders.
Yeah, no, the fact that they've got the fact that the Tinker is able to blink and laser does mean that one thing they do have now is they do have a surprising amount of depush.
There's another there's another harpoon off cooldown. Gonna get the Lena and Melt through this AA as well. Tinker desperately trying to get some damage coming through. We'll just be TPing out, which is a smart move, I think.
Tidehunter might not have realized it, but they were in position. If they did a speculative ravage, they would have been able to stop that and get the kill. But that's a gamble you're not often gonna take, really.
Oh, Tinker just gonna
Look
try
at
and
that.
TP out there. Did both get stunned up by that creep, which was quite funny, but
Bit of a net worth injection there on the side of the Legion Commander, just being able to overwhelming odds and get rid of almost all of the spiders there. So yeah, they've got. If they can weather the storm, and get past this phase and get the Naga into the game.
Nep's got caught out in the mid lane. Gonna be able to get
Wow.
AA ult through and be able to pick up a kill, but I think Tinker is still gonna go down to Spiderlings. Nice little fire from Lena there. We'll be able to keep the Tinker alive. It was a bit of a dicey one for a second there.
Yeah, they did have the defense matrix available by that point, right? It's a spell that people don't often think about, but it's so good, honestly. It's a big part of. It's actually a surprising part of why I think Tinker is as like frustrating to deal with as they are, because okay, yeah, you can disable their blink once you get through the defense matrix. But that defense matrix gets like 300 damage.
Chasing down a Tidehunter down here by the bottom Roche pit. Gonna pop the Ravage, but lots of damage coming through from this Tinker. Able to get the lift. Gonna keep this Tidehunter alive for a little bit longer, but Elsie is determined to chase here. AA ult coming through. Gonna miss the tide, so should be able to live. But another harpoon coming out from the Spoiler. Gonna be able to pick up the Lena. Nice little twin gate away from Fleur there.
Spider is just gonna.
Oh, Fleur, I think you needed to commit to going into the Roche pit there, but she didn't.
I think she's out. I think she's out.
Okay.
She did the right thing.
She's got TP, and she's good. She's fine. They are able to pick up a kill on the Undying from this Naga. Naga is in a pretty good position right now. She's part of the way to her heart, actually. I think most of the way to her heart now.
Yeah, I
So
mean, if you look at the net worth, like Naga is properly caught up. She's like 300, less than 300 gold behind the Broodmother. I mean, yeah, sure, the net worth is growing on the side of the goats, but that's kind of to be a little bit to be expected. But this Naga is doing really well in keeping pace, especially considering how well Neb's lane went on the Spider Lady. So the fact that she's able to sort of keep up is something really to be applauded.
yeah, it's really interesting to see just how well this Naga has kept up. I mean, it is kind of what you expect from a hero like Naga. You know, she does flash farm
Yeah.
quite easily, so not really had that much in the way of being shut down either. You know, no deaths at this stage.
Do they
Couple
know
of
this is
kills as
happening?
well. I
Do they
don't
know
think
this is
so.
happening? Could they like speculative
I don't think
ult, or maybe
I don't think they've
slow
got any
evolution?
idea. Although if they do run into these heroes here, then they might
Oh,
figure it out. Song coming through onto the Broodmother and the Rubik. Looks like they're just going to try and ignore the Broodmother in favor of the Rubik. Nice AA ult coming through. I get caught in the AA by the Tidehunter. He is in the back lane.
it's one of those ones where the explosion doesn't hit, but but it goes through at least.
Yeah,
so they still
nice
get...
duel
you get
coming
that.
through onto the Tidehunter. We'll be able to take them out. Gonna try and chase down the Sundying, but gonna get caught up by the Broodmother there. We'll be able to walk away, and just a little bit of a trade on the
Keep in mind that
carries here.
Tonka exists.
Tinker's coming through, getting a lot of damage onto these heroes. Gonna try and chase the Sundying down. There's gonna be no Twin Gate escape for Jim there.
Oh, would you look at that?
Yes,
Tinker's
they've
level
got-
12 and is now able to rearm much more frequently and just be more effective in the fights. And with that, the net worth lead's now down to 2k. And on top of that, Naga Siren's now ahead of the Broodmother. Yeah, honestly, fair play to the Robins. They've done really well in sort of stemming this bleeding, and even if the game ends here, they've already made this one a lot more competitive than than their last matchup, than their last not just against this team, but also the last match they had earlier today. So clearly they've been able to demonstrate the sort of mental resilience to be able to like not let the sort of bad match they had earlier on really get to them.
I did say it at the time, but GGing out of that match, you know, there is a chance they could have pulled back, won some fights, but when you've got another game to play, and the Goats had also played a game today as well, and they finished a lot later, which is why they've had to go straight into this game. You know, having that break is intensely valuable. Like, it is insane the difference that it makes being well rested, being able to have those 5, 10, I think it was more like 20 or 30 minutes for the Robins as well. Being able to have that time to just get out of your own head is so valuable. I'm gonna try and make a play for this mid-tier 1 tower here, but kind of just looking at each other over the river, so see what happens here.
Meanwhile, Spider Lady looking at maybe trying to see if they can solo Roche. So no, just decided against it. I think the Roche slammed early enough and realized, oh wait, the spiders still die quite quickly. So it's nixed that idea. Tormentor. So we now have Tormentor on Lena on Q. So that means spells do more damage with every Fiery Soul charge, which I mean it's okay, I guess.
Got a nice dual smoke play coming out here. Both sides trying to look
Maybe
to make
getting the
something
Morphling,
happen.
but keep in mind
They have spotted the Morphling, but he's got the Linkens,
Linkens.
so that is dual on cooldown for nothing. We'll be able to turn it into a free tier 1, but
honestly, they needed to use if they could have got AA in front, used the
AL coming through. Does have a nice Ravage coming out as well, so we'll be able to take down the AA. Taking a lot of damage on both sides here. We're able to get the tombstone down. Trying to get the AA as well, but Lena's been
Oh, and the
found by
Sheevish
the
is out
Morphling
now.
in the back lane. We're able to pick up the Tide Hunter kill on this Tinker, but he's taking a lot of damage himself, so he's going to be taken out there. Morphling's coming through, trying to get onto this LC. Just trying to make something happen here. Gonna pop the song, and I think
Yeah,
just try and walk away. Very wise decision,
away,
but they
blink
are
away.
chasing, so just close your eyes and walk away. Yeah, always works.
This does get a lot easier for the this does get a fair bit easier for the Robins in a moment though, because they are about to pick up the butterfly on the Naga Siren, which does mean that a lot of the right click threat from the Brood Mother and from the Morphling is now largely going to be mitigated by the butterfly. I mean, the Broodmother could look at mitigating, either Morphling or Broodmother could look at mitigating out with the MKB, but they don't want to. Neither of them particularly want it. Morphling's going to be much more interested in breaking down that Mask of Madness into a Satanic and maybe getting a butterfly of their own with the quarterstaff.
Yeah, it's not really the place you want your build to go at this stage in the game, especially. Do seem to have a little bit of a congregation happening up top. Looks like we're going to try and make something happen. AA Blast will miss, but look like the Robins are all kind of here to back up, see if they can make anything happen. But equally, we've got all of the goats in place as well, so who is going to run into who first? And it looks like Neb is going to be the one to take the first plunge, going to go onto this Lena, trying to get some damage through. We'll get a little bit of HP removed there, but there's a lot of spiders gone. Going to have to back it off. Looks like the goats are going to be the ones to yield first. And see if we can get into the Roche pit here on the side of the Robins. Ooh, just gonna miss Neb there. Oh, but Neb has spotted this AA, trying to get some damage through. Jewel coming out onto the Tide Hunter, but AA's been caught. Will get the blast off in time, but doesn't look like it's gonna hit anyone. Tombstone just being melted through.
Did Rubik just try and duel Legion Commander?
Iggy coming through and getting a lot of damage onto the Tinker here, trying to get something done, but not going to be able to do anything. Song coming out to stop the Undying and the Broodmother here. And we're able to get through this Undying, see if they can make it through the Broodmother as well. We're able to pick up another kill onto this LC. BKB coming out on the Broodmother. But this Naga is just so tanky. She's got her heart, she's got a butterfly. It's hard just to get through her illusions at this stage.
Yeah, I think we are now starting to get to the point where this now feels a little bit more like it's the Robins' game to lose than the goats. Honestly, Naga's almost finished Skadi, and that's gonna make Brood really sad. It's really good against, if you think about the healing that the Undying provides as well. So a large part of their sustain there is going to be quite mitigated.
Yeah.
I do think that we should be probably looking at getting some more regen out, like mana regen out for this Naga, because she did have a moment earlier on where she was a little bit limited in what she could do. Yeah, Naga got a paladin sword as well. Ugh. So that Heart of Tarask is going to be doing even more. Oh, yeah, this is...
Gonna get a nice cheeky deny on the bounty rune as well with an illusion, so... Lots of control coming out from this Naga here. She has found quite a few heroes in this top lane, but scattered most of them out with illusions, so just gonna walk away.
Do we give Naga the Wisdom Rune just to be able to get to that 20 a little bit faster? Yeah, we do.
I'm gonna try and make a Roche play on the side of the goats. We've quite a few heroes here, so should be able to do it quite nice and easily. They're not tracking through it
Speculative AAL?
too quickly, so...
Speculative AAL? Don't wanna use that.
Have
Oh, yeah, no, they got it in
scans.
lines.
AAL coming. AAL's
Hit.
here, but it's not enough to stop this Roche. We'll get the song coming out as well, but looks like they've decided
Yeah,
that they
that's a
don't
bit
want to
of a
go for
problem.
this, so just gonna back it out. No tower for people to TP to, so it's wise. Neb might be looking to chase here, though. And uh-oh, there's a Fleur. Gonna be able to get a lot of damage onto this AA. Pop the,
Oh,
pop the Aeon disc
there.
there. Nice glimmer from the Lena there. We'll be able to keep her alive, but that is definitely a goat's controlled triangle there.
Yeah, it's it's a bit of a you came to the wrong neighborhood fool moment, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we look at the net worth, it's now a 1k net worth lead. Kit. Like the Robins have done really well, honestly. I can't say it enough to be able to keep this game competitive.
Mm. Yeah, they definitely have.
I'm a little disappointed that the Dire haven't taken their their own tormentor yet. I mean, they've got telekinesis would be really good upgrades. Honestly, I think they should be trying to see if they could get a tormentor, because either the telekinesis save or the undying save could be really good, and it could, especially considering the problem they're having when this Naga is able to sort of get on one of the weaker heroes. So if they could save from the pick-off, maybe.
Look like they're going to try and take this triangle back on the side of the Radiant. Ooh, I have been able to net a Rubik, but...
Yeah,
oh,
so
that Rubik is melting down, just taking so much damage from the Naga now. That Skadi out as well, so... ooh, was tempted to go for the Tidehunter, but there is another fight happening mid. Got the jewel onto this Broodmother, not going to be enough to take her down, but... Tombstone out, taking a lot of damage on this Undying. Gonna try and... oh, got the Meteor Hammer coming through.
Oh.
So much damage coming out at the moment. Just gonna be able to TP this Tinker away. Undying's in a little bit of trouble here, but they're gonna be able to take the Tidehunter down first, then turn their attention onto this Undying, and that is both of them quite dead. We'll be able to get the Broodmother out, and the Morphling didn't join that fight, so...
and
not
for the first time this
bad.
game, they're ahead. But I think they've got past the point of the real problems. Although saying that, this Tinker needs to be really careful.
Yeah, this is not a position you really want to be in. This could be a little bit dangerous. I think it's wise to TP out here. Yeah, not going to be able to pick up the kill. They will be able to catch Fleur on the AA with this Morphling, so...
yeah, just able to sort of backline there. It looks like the Morphling has decided that they need the MKB, and honestly, it's the right call. Just because even if the other option would have been to get a Bloodthorn, and that's bad because Naga has Manta, so it can already mitigate it. So it's less ideal.
Uh-oh, this Tinker has been spotted out by the Broodmother. Gonna be able to get the Ethereal
E-Blade.
off.
Yeah, like they can E-Blade themselves
out. Oh, TP'd, but then decided to just stop blinking instead. Meanwhile, Naga on the other side of the map is just cleaning up some heroes. Got a kill on this Undying. Got the song off. Seeing if they can just take a little bit of a reset here. AA ult coming through. Gonna hit the Tidehunter. I think just missed the Morphling. So these illusions are just still doing loads of damage here. Backed off a little bit on the side of the Radiant, which I think is the best decision.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like the goats have really kind of let this game slip away from them a fair bit now. Like I'm not actually Like, we've got the AC finish now on the Legion Commander, so they're going to have even more physical damage mitigation against this Brood and the Morphling. So it feels like a lot of their X factor that really was sort of helping them peel ahead in this game is now kind of gone, and there's a 3K net worth gap between the Naga and the Morphling. Aegis will get reclaimed. So, what do they achieve with this Aegis? They took it out of the Naga's hands, sure, and maybe took one tower.
Yeah.
Not sure if I saw anything else. Not sure I saw anything else really achieved with it. So,
yeah, it definitely wasn't the most valuable Aegis that we've seen in this tournament, but I mean, even just denying an Aegis from your opponent is still a good use of it.
it's still something, yeah. And that's something that needed to happen, I would say, probably about 10 minutes ago. They really need to think about getting either the Rubik or the Undying, the Shard there, just for the save.
Yes.
Because now the Undying, if Naga is going on like the Rubik or someone that's a bit exposed, Undying just puts the tombstone down and just puts them in the tombstone. Easy game. What are they gonna do?
Broodmother had spotted out the Tinker there, but he was too quick for her. Blinked and TP'd away before she could even make it over.
And the overwhelming blink is now up on the Tinker. Ugh.
Uh-oh, this Lina could be in a spot of trouble here. It's gonna glimmer, but it's gonna run out before too long, and she is stuck between 4 heroes, so gonna easily be able to take her down there.
Yeah, the little tiny thing towards the end of going, okay, you know what? No, I'm gonna turn away from the base. And it's only like a couple of units further away, but it's still something. It's if you know you're absolutely gonna die and there's nothing you can do, the further you're away from your own base, arguably, the better.
Not that anyone is actually in her base at the moment, so Ooh, Tinker trying to make a little bit of a play on Neb here. Gonna pop the BKB, and looks like they're both just gonna TP away. Had a little bit of a gentleman's duel.
That's a BKB gone on Neb now, so that's a large part of Broodmother's threat nullified for like another 75 odd seconds. Whereas that commitment cost the Tinker absolutely nothing. Apart from, the moral debts that one pays for being a Tinker player. But aside from that, nothing actually really lost here.
We've got BKB queued up on Morphling now. Well,
yeah, honestly,
first of all, we've got a bit of a skirmish breaking out here. This Tinker just going through and cleaning up the Rubik and the Tidehunter as well. Lots of damage coming out from the Naga. Not going to deny that, but...
What's this Brood building? Brood's building Nullifier, so... I think that might be... I'm trying to think what that was most useful for.
Tinker.
Probably to do with the Tinker, yeah. Probably to get rid of the defense matrix.
And the E-Blade, most importantly.
Yeah. It's going to be against those. It's going to be for those two things, really, isn't it? Yeah.
Speaking of this Broodmother, she looks like she's going to try and make a play from the back here as they're trying to go high ground. Just hiding in the trees at the moment. Going to pop the Hunger and go onto this AA. Does get the Aeon Disc popped. It's ending up in the middle of this fight and just going to get taken down by the Jewel. Iggy now in a little bit of trouble, a little bit isolated here. They get taken out by the LC as well. And this Tidehunter jumped into Jewel to try and save his Morphling. Not being able to do it, and is going to die for it as well. That's a cleanup of both the supports as well. So many zombies out, but going to be able to pick up the tombstone kill as well. Buybacks coming out from 3 heroes now, but they've still got 4 up on the side of the Robins, and they're just going to try and take these tier 4s. They're not playing around. They are trying to get out of this game and get out of it now, because the longer they give,
that's cool, honestly.
The more chance they have of doing something. Although I'm not quite sure what they're going to be able to do with all 5 heroes dead.
and yeah, that's it. Like I said, they had a really difficult time in the early stages, but they were able to weather the storm, and they got this Naga absolutely humongous. And as I said, as long as they could get to that point and could get Tinker caught up a little bit, then yeah. And that's honestly the Robins should be really, really gassed themselves on that one. Just a little hail flying through on the last screen.
Yeah, we love to see a little bit of little bit of ability usage on that final screen. Always my favorite. What a
Yeah,
game though.
that was.
What a game.
Oh, look at the graph. Well, yeah, the graph really telling the story. Really telling the story there. It's just constantly down in the Dyer's favor for ages, and then suddenly, just absolutely ramped back up. That Naga just absolutely putting the team on their back. The Legion had some really nice picks, and even on the times where they were able to go and kill the AA, I think that Fleur made absolutely the right decision in getting that Aeon disc. Because as soon as that happens, she just gets as far away from the fight as possible, throws her ult in, and if she dies, it doesn't matter. But honestly, I think that, as I said earlier, I think one of a big oversight on the side of the goats was neglecting their tormentor, because I
Yes.
genuinely think that if they got the save on the Undying or even the Rubik, it would probably better on the Undying. But even getting it on the Rubik and getting the pull away with the telekinesis, I honestly think that being able to quell a little bit of the aggression that we were really starting to see on the side of the Robins, I think that could have made it, that could have delayed some of the like comeback mechanic kills that they were getting.
Yeah.
But they didn't. The Robins basically took their tormentor. I actually think almost immediately, which yeah.
Yeah.
But they should
It
be really impressed with themselves. They played really well, and they absolutely deserved to pull it back the way they did.
Yes, they definitely did. And it was incredible to watch them just be able to kind of hold their ground and just wait to see what happened, because it just gave this Naga time to do Naga things and just live her life in this kind of fight to get back
Yeah.
to where they needed to be. And like even when they were down, the net worth lead was never that strong. Like it was
I think the
always winnable. It was always
highest
winnable.
they got was like 5-6K, I think, at about 20 minutes or so. But then Robin's just able to really, really pull it back.
Yeah.
It was just a really, really, really good showing from, and fair play to the like. I can't believe I'm about to compliment a Tinker player here, but honestly, from how awful that laning phase was against that Broodmother, um,
It
being
was
able to
really
come
tough.
back the way that they did and be able to, okay, yeah, it might have taken a lot of wisdom rune picks, of pickups for the Tinker, but in a game like that, when your mid is so far behind, I think that is one of the times where you say, okay, give it to the core that's behind. At least one of the supports will still get the secondary XP. I think that if they don't do that, I think a really important part was getting Tinker to level 12 and being able to get the Keen Conveyance to level 2 and just have that rearm decreased, because then they were actually able to start contributing a lot more to the fights. But yeah, I got the last game that I really wanted. I wanted a really competitive, really close last game, and I feel like for the most part we got it there.
That is definitely what we ended up with. And that is it for us from the Welsh Esports League. So thank you so much for joining us over the last 4 weeks. And once again, a huge thank you to Macy, who allowed us to use her music throughout these last couple of weeks. Now, you will have heard her songs being played as we got into the stream and during our breaks. She is a pop singer-songwriter from Wales who has been played on BBC Radio 1 as well. So hugely exciting to have her let us use her songs. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone who came out to watch, and to all of the teams for making it such a great season. I can't wait to see what happens next time if this is what we've seen this time around.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we get some more some more good quality teams coming together to bring us some homegrown Welsh dotes, and especially with some of the series that we've had over these last few weeks. Okay, yeah, sure, we've had some shutouts, but oh my, we have had some absolute barn burners. We had a Divine Rapier pickup and a Divine Rapier dropped on ground and left for ages. Like, who does that? Who does that? But that's the kind of crazy things we're hopefully going to be seeing more of for the next season.
Yes, and I can't wait to see what happens. So make sure you keep an eye on Esports Wales and find out when we'll be looking at some more amazing Dota 2 series. And also stay tuned for the rest of the games coming up later this week and throughout the summer. That is it from us two for now, but I'm sure we'll see you sometime soon. Take care, and thank you so much.
Stay safe, everybody.
Looking like a work of art. I'm seeing double vision, need some adrenaline. My body's on a mission, give me a medicine. Only a touch and take the edge off. I need someone that can fix me up. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time. And it hit like a drug, spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you. Tripping without you. So high, I got rainbow eyes. Eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. Eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. It's like I'm flying above, floating up in the clouds, whoa. Like a rocket alive, lighting up in the sky, whoa. It's like I'm flying above, floating up in the clouds, whoa. Like a rocket alive, hey, whoa. You got my mind tripping without you. Feeling my heart race over time. And it hit like a drug, spinning without you. Hallucinating your body over mine. You're like a bad addiction with good intentions. I can't give you up inside. You got my heart tripping without you. Tripping without you. So high, I got rainbow eyes. Eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes. Eyes, 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 eyes. I got rainbow eyes.
I don't know how people do it because I just can't.
little too much. Oh no,